Oh my god, it's like I've forgotten how to film a video. Hey everyone, it's Diana and I'm back with another video. This time I am telling you guys slash kind of reviewing my new Ergo Loupes from Q Optics. So I've been a registered dental hygienist for almost 2 years now, and I have been wearing at least some sort of loupes since, I guess, mid-program of trying to become a dental hygienist. So for almost 3 years now because of school. I've already made a video on these loupes if you want to go check it out. To be honest, I can't remember what I said about them. I don't like rewatching my old videos, so you can just go ahead and check that out if you want to know more about these loupes here. I think they're called the something with a G, Galleon loupes. I do look really different in this video, so please be nice. It's one of the reasons why it's very hard for me to watch my old videos. So when I first started researching loupes like 3 years ago, I was not aware of Ergo Loupes. It's from a different brand. They were the ones, at least in my knowledge, that came out with Ergo type of loupes first. I wasn't aware of them until I think I had already paid for these ones. My Q Optic ones, these original ones. So I ended up getting these Ergo ones because my neck was hurting quite a bit. I have neck issues and quite a while now, and while the original loupes really helped me, I was still in a lot of pain and seeing the chiropractor like weekly just because of how much my neck was hurting. If I didn't have those loupes, I don't know where I would be, if I could even continue in hygiene, because I don't know how people without loupes can work. I don't know how they see. I just don't know how they do it. So I'm really grateful for, getting these when I did, because if I didn't have these, I wouldn't have been able to work, therefore being able to afford these. I do wish, like I said, I wish I got these Ergo loupes first instead of spending the money on this one in addition to these ones, but these ones weren't out. And I really like Q Optic brand. I'm kind of like once I stick with a brand, or once I find a brand I like, I will stick through with them. So I don't see myself ever owning another brand just because of how much I like the company and my good experience with them. It all kind of does work out in the end because now I have a backup pair in case these are to ever break or anything like that. I have these to rely on. So it's not all so bad. Breakdown of cost. I'm gonna have to edit myself in because I can't remember how much these cost. But these are roughly around close to $4,000, and these were close to $3,000, so quite a big difference. Hello, hi, editing Diana here. The close to $3,000 for the original loupes, that included the cost for the light, which I think was also like $800. So if you don't get the light because you already have one, it'll be cheaper. But if you're going with the Ergo Loupes for the first time, get a light. I don't know if you want to go with that brand, whatever, a cheaper option, I don't know. The repetitive motion of lifting your arm up to adjust the light, overhead light, will strain your shoulder, and also it sucks. That light is terrible. I don't know how anyone sees with it. When my light dies, it's terrible. I cannot see without the light attached to my loupe. I also couldn't find the receipt. It's somewhere. Outlook is the worst. I don't know if you've seen the memes about it, but I cannot find the receipt to the original loop, so I can't tell you the exact price, but it was roughly around $3,000. I did get the light with these original ones. I did not get a new pair with the new glasses. I'm just using the exact same one. It's not wireless. I have the two same battery packs. They're still working well. I do foresee having to replace the battery packs in the future, but again, it's not a review on the light, even though it's great. I just have no experience in other type of lighting, so I just went with what they offered, got the light, it works. I'll just leave that as that. So in terms of how it looked, I originally wanted these classic, I don't know what the frame name is, I'll try and find it for you guys, but I wanted these exact same frames with these ones. The only reason I didn't go with these frames again is 2 reasons. One was I needed a prescription. I do plan to get LASIK laser eye surgery at some point, and these ones, the prescription is built into the lens. If I had gotten these with my new ones, I would have had to like replace them. It just would have been more expensive. These have the option to slide out the lens on them, so you can wear them with or without a prescription. That was a bonus. I could take this off, put on a new nose piece, and just wear them and not have to like deal with a rep or having to change the lens. Another reason why the rep said these were a better option for frame-wise is because she could adjust them if needed. They are quite flexible, and so if there were any adjustments needed, I wouldn't have had to send them back. She could just adjust them right away, which is something that I wanted, because using these loupes, my neck was hurting so bad near the end that I just needed these so badly. One quick other reason why I went with Q Optics was because of their lifetime warranty. If you look at their website, they also have like a trial period. I'm not going to go into the details because I can't verbatim say what they are. Their warranty was also super appealing to me. The new loupes arrived in this little Q Optics branded case. It kind of sucks because there's no room for my battery pack in there. So I kind of have to just leave the battery pack like hanging willy-nilly in my purse, which is fine. This is the original case that my old loupes came in, but it's not deep enough for my loupes, so I can't use this one either. It's like padded. It's not like made for these glasses, you know? So I can't use that either. But it is engraved with my name. It came with cloth and lens spray. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention, this is a 4x magnification, and this is a 3.5. 3 or 3.5. So I'm gonna go into the pros and cons of these. I've been wearing it religiously for 3 months now, so I feel like I have a good handle or an idea of what they're really like to wear, and my experience with wearing these types of loupes, because it's quite different from the other ones. So obviously, first and foremost, it keeps me ergonomically correct. Now, can you still lose your posture in good form with these? Like, it doesn't force you to sit properly. Can you sit incorrectly with them? Yes. I will preface my pros and cons list with saying that the benefits of these loupes outweigh any of the cons, but the cons are worth being aware of so that you're not expecting to get these loupes and thinking that it is going to fix all your pain, because that's really what I was thinking was going to happen. So pros, obviously keeps your head upright. It points down so you can see quite clearly. It's a very weird thing, especially if someone is looking at you doing it. They think that you're looking at them. I've had people walk past my op and think that I'm staring at them, but I'm really not, and they kind of do a double take. And I've had patients kind of like as they're laying down, they're like looking behind me, depending on the area that I'm scaling, thinking that I'm like looking at the screen, like, and going in blindly. It's kind of funny, and just having to take the time to explain how these new glasses work. Magnification is obviously higher, so I can see a lot better. Super lightweight, it doesn't feel heavy at all. I also do think it's a pro that these frames have the prescription change out here, because if my eyesight does get worse, I can just order in the new lens and not have to order a whole completely new frame. And then of course, if I get eye correction, I can take it out like I mentioned earlier. Some of the cons, other than the price, because everything in the dental world is expensive AF. I wish I got the original frames, like these frames. I do think they look a lot cuter. It's just I wouldn't have been able to adjust it, so I kind of had to rationalize that. And because the frame is a lot more flimsy, you really have to be careful with how you store it in your case. I had the issue of getting them custom fitted, putting them on working, it was fine, and then I had put them in my case but kind of like shoved or tried to shove my cleaning like stuff inside of it as well, and I felt like it actually bent the frame a little bit. It was easy to bend it back right into the spot that I needed, but I didn't realize that's what had happened. And when I put my loupes on to wear to start cleaning on a patient, I couldn't see. It was like double vision, and it totally messed me up. So that is one thing. If you get this frame, it is flimsy, and you just really have to be careful with how you store it. I also just wanted to add that the nose piece is also quite flexible and that can change the way that it sits on your face. And you also have to be careful while you're cleaning that you don't squeeze the nose piece when you're taking it off, unless you're comfortable fixing it every single time. But it is difficult to clean. You'll get stuff in between the actual lens and your prescription lens. As you can see here, I'm using a cotton swab and some alcohol to clean up in between the lenses, and then after using the lens cleaner so that there's no streaks. But it is really annoying and it does take a few minutes out of my day every day to do that. So just keep that in mind when you think about getting these sport type of frames. And of course, it obviously didn't fix any of my neck issues. That's a tall order. Well, it did help. I am experiencing pain in different areas, and it's really all because I am not sitting correctly with my posture. As the day goes on, as you get tired, you start to sag. So that's something I'm working on. It's not the glasses' fault, it's my fault, but it doesn't fix all your issues. If you have poor ergonomics in the first place, you're gonna continue to have poor ergonomics. My feet are numb. I had to like move. I could not sit the way I was sitting anymore. Another con is it's really hard to type with these on. As you can see, they are quite centered in your line of view, and so a lot of the times I'm either like tilting down like this, which doesn't help your neck, or just awkwardly turning my head just to type my notes. But it's hard to take them on and off when you have dirty gloves, right? You don't want to be touching your face. It's not clean. So it's something that I'm working on, trying to figure out, like, do I take my gloves off, take this off just to write notes and then put them back on? I don't know. I probably should be doing that, but you know, for the most part, the only typing I do is when the dentist is doing the exam. Otherwise, I finish my notes and I take them off, as opposed to these ones where you can, sorry, the strap is falling off here. You can like kind of see above them. The strap is also annoying. It's like supposed to tighten, and I feel like it holds the loops in place in a more proper position, but it starts to slide. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, why is it so it starts to move, and especially if I'm typing, it starts to slip down my face. It's really annoying. I'm going to switch it out eventually with these and see if that's any better, but this is like their new thing. I got both the straps in my case so I can decide. Originally I was using both of them at the same time, but that was too much. It just kept getting caught in my hair. Some people might like this one versus the other one. You're supposed to technically like put it above, like if you're wearing a bun, you're supposed to put it above the bun, but I felt like it was getting caught in my hair a lot, so I put it underneath my ponytail now, and it doesn't make too much of a difference. But if you have these and you're wondering why the alignment isn't proper, or it's not like how when you got it fitted for them, try adjusting the placement of the strap. Maybe that might help. Just wearing them pretty much almost, you know, 5-6 days a week for the past like 3 months. I do still highly recommend Ergo Loupes, these ones particularly, but also just any Ergo Loupes in general. Like I said, I wish I'd gotten these first. It would have saved me a lot of money. You know, I wish they had them out at the time, but it is what it is. I can't change it. I can only tell you guys to not make the same mistake that I did. The magnification is really good. Do you need it that high? No, you don't. But I like being able to see everything, and I feel like my cleanings, not that I've gotten faster, I feel like I scale off a lot of stuff a lot better because I can see it. But it doesn't make me any faster because I end up being more detailed. Like, oh, this, you know, piece of calculus is still on there. It's really great for cleaning around the lingual bars that people have on their arches, and can really see everything. Any cons, like I said before, the benefit outweighs them. Highly recommend them. If you have any questions that you feel like I didn't answer, please comment down below and I will try and answer them the best that I can. I don't work for Q Optics, so I don't have all the answers, but hopefully I can answer your questions based off of my experiences with these Ergo Loupes. If you want to watch that old video where I talk about these ones, I'm going to link it up here. Or you can watch any of my other dental hygiene videos. I'll link the playlist up here somewhere. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!